guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this look. This is my everyday light glam look. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then go ahead and keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, I'm going to jump right in with my Revolution Pro Blur Stick Primer. And I'm going to put this all over my face, and I'm using this as my base. Next we're going to go ahead and do our brows, so I'm just going to brush them out with my spoolie. I'm using a brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm also going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Soft Brown. And I'm just going to get a little bit of product on my brush, and I'm going to start underlining. And I did the same exact thing on the top, just line it with the brush. And then without putting any extra on the brush, I'm just going to blend up the front. And then we're just going to brush that out. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing to this eye. Now that both my brows are filled in, I'm going to be carving out my brows using the Morphe M410 brush and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Beige. And I'm just going to put a little bit of concealer on one side of my brush, and I'm going to start carving out my brows. And I'm going to do the same exact thing above, just carve out the top of my brow. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing to this eye. Now we're going to jump right into our eye look. I'm going for a light glam look today, so I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to start off with my P. Louise eye base in the shade 2, which is Rumor. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my finger and put it all over my eyelid. We're going to jump right into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to start with this color right here, which is called Faint, and I'm just going to put that right into my crease using my Morphe M535 brush. And going in with this color right next to it called MFEO. I'm just going to build that into the outer part of my crease. And now I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Pukey on my Morphe M518 brush. And I'm just going to pack that into the outer corner. Alright, now that we have our eye base on, we're going to go ahead and cut our crease. And to cut my crease, I'm going to also be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and my Morphe M416 brush. It's just a really flat, rounded brush. I like to start at the top, in the middle, and work my way down. So using my Morphe M535 brush, I'm just going to blend out any harsh edges. Now I'm going to be using my Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush and some setting spray. I'm going to be going in with the shade here, Crayon Apple, all over my lid. That's all I'm going to do for my eyes now. I'm going to do the rest of my face, and then I'll do my eyeliner and my mascara after I do my face. I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, mainly in my T-zone. And this is just going to help the foundation stick better and last longer. And when you're applying primer, you want to press it into your skin instead of rub it in so it actually gets into your skin, because if you're just rubbing it around, it's more likely just going to sit on the surface and not work as well. Now that our face is all primed, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation in the shade Porcelain on a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend that around my whole face. And when I do my foundation, I try to avoid right under my eyes because I'm going to conceal there later, so I don't want it to start looking too cakey. So now that our foundation's on, I'm going to contour, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Deep. And I'm just going to contour my cheekbones, my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and right below my lip, and my jawline. And I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender and blend that all out. Alright, I know I look crazy, but now we're going to highlight my face, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer once again. I like to highlight under my eyes like this because it gives your face a more lifted, brightening look rather than just a triangle under your eye. And I'm also highlighting any other areas that I want to be more prominent. My forehead, the bridge of my nose, outside of my cupid's bow, and right in the center of my chin. And I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and blend that all out. Now that we've contoured and highlighted, I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade 10, which is Fair Light. And this powder is also a really good dupe for the Huda Beauty setting powder. And it's only like $5. I'm also applying this with a damp beauty blender and pressing it into my skin. Now that our face is set, I'm going to go ahead with some bronzer and go over all of the areas that I contoured before. So I'm not exactly sure what brush this is, but it's by Morphe. I've had it for a long time, so the number wore off. But I'm going to use this to contour where I contoured previously. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go in with a dry beauty blender, and I'm going to place powder where I want to bake my face, which is going to be right under the eyes. We're going to put some along the bridge of my nose, in our laugh lines. Keep those set. And we're going to also use this to carve out our cheekbones. And a little bit on the forehead. Alright, now I'm just going to use the Morphe E41 brush. It's a big fluffy brush. I'm going to brush away all the excess powder. And now I'm going to be going in with some blush. I'm using a palette that I got out of a BoxyCharm one time. Don't come for me, I'm not big into blush. Next I'm going to highlight. I'm going to start with the Morphe E36 brush to highlight my inner corners, my brow bones, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. And I'm using this highlight by Space Case Cosmetics in the shade Seen from Space. And then using my Morphe M532 brush, I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. And now I'm going to finish my eyes. I'm going to start by doing my waterline, and I'm just going to use the same 3 shades that I used for this look up here, the outer shades, not the shimmery shade. And I'm going to be using my Morphe JH39 brush, and I'm just going to go in right under my waterline. And now that we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. I'm using this liquid liner pen by Araceli. I believe this came in an Ipsy bag. I'm just going to start on the outer corner, and I'm going to work my way in. And there's our eyeliner. Alright, now we're going to pop on some lashes. I'm going to start with the Ardell Lash Grip Brush On Lash Adhesive. And I'm going to put this right over my eyeliner on my eyelid. And we're going to let that get a little tacky before we put the lashes on. And while we're waiting for that to dry a little bit, I'm just going to put on a thin layer of mascara. I'm going to use the Bad Gal Benefit Mascara and just put on 1 coat. And the lashes we're going to be using are the Eylure London Foam Ink Lashes. And I'm just going to add a little bit more lash adhesive to the strip before I put them on. And I'm just going to use a pair of tweezers and pop them right on. now that our lashes are on, I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on my lower lash line. To finish the look off, we're going to go in with a little bit of chapstick. And we're also going to line our lips with the Dirty Little Secret lip liner in the shade Pale Pink. We're going to top that with the Stay Glossy lip gloss from Rimmel London in the shade Blushing. That's all for the makeup, and I'll be back with the final look. Alright guys, this is the final look. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you're interested, me and Kevin will be filming a Fenty Skin review, and I'll be taking all of this off, so I'll link that down below as well. Thanks for watching.